Pride, passion, appreciation. If ever there was an ambassador, a champion for Buffalo and Western New York, it is Tim Russert. From the humblest of beginnings, as the son of a hard-working sanitation worker in South Buffalo, Tim would go on to become NBC News Washington Bureau Chief and host of Meet the Press, which airs on WGRZ Channel 2. Much like Channel 2 on your side, Tim's mission was to hold people in power accountable and ask tough questions.
What will you do specifically to save Social Security?
His tenacity and quest for answers made Tim one of the most powerful and respected political journalists in the industry. And yet, Tim Russert never forgot his roots. He took every opportunity to showcase the best qualities of his hometown.
As a boy growing up in Buffalo, I played in the shadow of the beautiful botanical gardens in Frederick Law Olmsted South Park. I went to high school on Delaware Avenue, Buffalo's grand boulevard of the 19th century mansions. I saw some of my first movies at the stunning Shays Buffalo Theater, learned about art at the extraordinary Albright Knox Art Gallery, and heard my first concerts in the acoustic perfection of Kleinhans Music Hall. And when friends come from out of town to visit, we take them to nearby Niagara Falls. I invite you to visit my hometown and experience the enduring appeal of this classic American city, Buffalo, New York.
Tim's pride and passion for this great city was evident to all who knew him, as well as his legions of fans. Tim made it clear that growing up in Buffalo played an integral role in his life and in his career.
Although I wasn't entirely aware of it, I was surrounded by beauty and history and the sense of possibility that a great city instills in its residents. Buffalo captured my imagination and remains a part of me to this day.
Tim Russert remains a part of Buffalo to this day. The Tim Russert Children's Garden on South Park Avenue, not far from the botanical gardens that he loved, is one prime example of his inspiration to the citizens of Western New York. Tim Russert not only appreciated the impact that growing up in Buffalo had on his life, he also recognized the importance of giving back to the community that gave so much to him. He donated his time and money to numerous charities and organizations. Tim once said, "The best exercise for the human heart is reaching down to lift someone else up." It is in this spirit that we honor him and lift up and celebrate other Western New Yorkers for their own selfless contributions to our community. With the creation of the Tim Russert Award, visit Buffalo Niagara and Two on Your Side honor our hometown hero, Tim Russert. Tim is inducted as the first member of the Buffalo Ambassador Hall of Fame, but from this date forward, with the permission of Tim's family, future inductees will be honored with the Tim Russert Award.
Good afternoon, Buffalo Ambassadors. This is Luke Russert, and let me apologize for not being there with you personally right now. I'm in Washington having to work, something that my grandfather and dad did so very much each and every single day. But thank you so much for awarding this to my father. He was the first Buffalo Ambassador. I have it right here, this beautiful glass sculpture, which will go proudly in the Russert family home here in Washington, D.C. I know I speak for my mother when I say thanks, and really thank you for all that you guys do. Western New York, as you all know, has fallen on some hard times recently, but the resurgence has definitely started, and the region is on its way back. And a lot of it has to do with the important work you guys do for tourism and promoting Buffalo, the brand, and to believe in Buffalo. And you know, I look down at those flyers you guys have out every time I'm in the airport. You have the Frank Lloyd Wright Museum, the Arts and Crafts Festival. Now there's craft beer. Who can forget about our wonderful sports teams, the Bills and the Sabres, and all the great things that make up Buffalo. But there's one thing that is the best of all, and that is simply the people. You cannot get a nicer group of folks than Buffalonians. It really is the city of good neighbors. And that, if there's anything to export to the rest of the country and the rest of the world, it's the people and their personalities and how good they are. So thank you so much for this award. I know my father is smiling down, very happy with it. Go Bills, go Sabres, and I'll make you a promise, if the Bills win a playoff game, I'll come up and give this award to next year's recipient personally. So let's hope for the Bills to win a playoff game so that promise will be kept. Go Bills, go Sabres. Thank you so much. God bless you. And this is really special to my mother and I. We'll cherish it greatly. Be well.